Hey, Neige.
Yeah, what's up?
You're a pretty big Zelda fan, right?
I don't know, I guess you could say that.
Did you hear about Netflix?
Oh my gosh, are they gonna start streaming that god-awful cartoon again?
No, I hear they're making a new live-action series.
What?
I said they're making a new...
Hello, I'm Neige, and holy crap, I'm freaking pumped right now! For those of you who don't know why, last Friday the Wall Street Journal dropped this massive news bomb of video games and movies and nerd culture in general, saying that Netflix is supposedly in talks with Nintendo to create a new live-action Legend of Zelda series. One of the most popular video game franchises of all time, and my personal favorite video game franchise of all time, will finally be adapted into a thing that you can watch on your screen. Multiple screens, not just the one on which you choose to play your Nintendo gaming devices. This is something I never expected to happen because Nintendo guards their franchises very closely and they don't want anyone else screwing it up. To be fair, we've seen a lot of examples in the past with video games and movies and television get mixed together and it getting screwed up. There are a few notable exceptions to this, like Mortal Kombat, the first Resident Evil, and Wreck-It Ralph, but pretty much everything else has been terrible, and that includes the original Legend of Zelda TV series. But that was a very long time ago, and our sensibilities have evolved. I'm pretty sure we're not going to have to suffer through Link saying, "Excuse me, princess," 35 times an episode. Though I'm not gonna lie, it would be kind of cool if he did say it like once in the series. I would really appreciate that. That could easily happen, but it could just as easily not happen. It's way too early to tell at this point. The article didn't say much, and Nintendo and Netflix haven't even given their official statements on this yet. All we have to go on is the anonymous ramblings of the Wall Street Journal's faceless source, who gave a lot of very general specifics. That's an oxymoron. The article also mentions somebody at Netflix describing this as Game of Thrones for the family audience, which is nowhere near accurate, and I know a lot of people are very apprehensive hearing that, but that's just something they're saying to give it some traction. Game of Thrones is the most popular sword and sorcery franchise out there today. If this were happening 10 years ago, they would have said it was Lord of the Rings with fairies. And they need a quote like that to sell it to the mainstream audience, because even though video games have come a very long way in the past 15 years, they're still not fully ingrained in the zeitgeist. I mean, everybody knows who Mario and Pikachu are, but there are also still plenty of people out there who think that the green-clad elf boy on the game cover is Zelda. And that's not accurate. But this could be another big step towards broadening the video game audience. I mean, if they do this well, this could do for video game movies and video game TV series what Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Dark Knight trilogy did for comic book movies. Again, I know the article was very vague, they don't even have a writer for the series yet, and this all could just turn out to be a giant rumor, but I really hope it's not. I mean, I'm excited for this to happen, if it's happening. I really do want this to happen. I want to work on that set. I will seriously go, and I will fetch coffee for Darunia as he takes off his giant prosthetic head. I will do that. So if you or anybody you know is in charge of casting or hiring people for the set of this, please point them in my direction. All the article really specified is that this is going to have Link, it's going to have Zelda, and it's going to have Ganondorf. And from that we can assume this is going to take place in a Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess version of Hyrule. Which is really smart of them because those games are where a lot of the more iconic Zelda imagery comes from, but we know they're just not going to stick to those two games. In fact, I hope they don't just stick to those two games because that would be awful and boring and predictable. Instead, I hope this is an original story that pulls reference from all over the series. So in the spirit of talking about things and speculating, in the comments below, go ahead and tell me, you know, what weapon or what character would you love to see represented in some way in this series? Like, I would personally really love it if they worked the ball and chain in there. Like, Link doesn't have to have it through the whole thing. Like, if there's just one scene where he just wails on some dude with it, that would be freaking awesome. And of course, when Link first gets his sword, somebody needs to say it's dangerous to go alone, take this. That kind of goes without saying. So if there's anything like that you'd love to see in this web series that may or may not actually be happening, or if you have any other thoughts about the article, please, by all means, comment below. But until next time, I'm Neige, and I'm gonna go joyously brandish this in public. Nope, no I'm not, because then somebody is going to call the police.